Hey guys, welcome to part two of my journey as a Jamaican into America. So I can remember leaving my son was one and leaving my mom was another one. It was very sad for me to leave my mom. My mom has six of us. I'm her only daughter. And me and my mom is very close, and I was like, oh my God. It's like, when you're leaving your best friend and I'm her best friend, she's my best friend, and we have to be separated. And I know I'm the person who she talks to about everything. She's the person I talk to about everything. So that was a sad part for me too, leaving my mom. But we just had to do what we had to do. So I can remember when I was entering in the when I went into the airport. Me and my kids, we went through security. We checked in, went into security, went in the waiting area where we were waiting because our flight was the last flight out of Kingston Airport that night, and we were flying on Caribbean Airline. That was my only time flying on Caribbean Airline, and I liked them. It was very nice, but it was so unreal. Like, to us, me and my kids, this wasn't real. This wasn't happening. It feels so unreal. Honestly, I'm telling you. So when we were sitting up there, I can remember we were hungry because I was hungry. I haven't eaten all day. So I went to Burger King and I bought burgers. We sat there and we had our burgers, and we waited for the plane. And for me, everything is a blessing. For me, everything is a blessing. And I always tell people, work for blessing and not for good name or not for money, because with blessing, God opened impossible doors for you, and that money can't open those doors. Because I can remember I didn't even have any money at the time, because I had just went through, because I had a restaurant and a bar, and that's another story. I'm gonna have to tell you all of that drama, all of that story. But I was making money, like real money, and then all of that gone. So I didn't have any money coming into America. I was broke. I was a broke girl coming. Even when we bought that burger, I think it was $20, and all he could have bought was two burgers, and I bought two. I cut them. I told him to cut the burgers in half, and I shared it. So I didn't have any money coming in America, but God. So me and my kids were sitting there after we ate the burgers, waiting for the plane. The plane came. I can remember walking on that plane. It's like I was walking in a cloud. It's like this wasn't real. It was like I'm dreaming. Honestly, I was dreaming. We walked to the plane. We sat, in our seats. First time into our airplane. It was crazy. The first time I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going in this. It's gonna be in the sky. It was so scary for us. And it was scary for the kids. So even though it was scary for me, I tried to remain strong, because I'm like, okay, I have to be strong for the kids. I have to be strong for the kids. So I tried not to put my fear out for them to see, because I noticed, especially my older daughter, she was so panicky about it. She was like, oh mommy, it's so big, and her ears, I can remember her ears were bothering her, like full of wind and stuff. Anyway, that was part two. Stay tuned for part three, my journey into America as a Jamaican into America. So stay tuned for part two. All right.